Joining me now from our Cape Town studios is Jason Rohde. He's Chief Executive of Sotheby's International Realty to discuss trends in South Africa's property market. Jason, good to have you with us this afternoon. It clearly seems as though luxury living is a particular trend here in South Africa. Just how big is the market, and is the supply meeting the level of demand?
The supply isn't meeting the level of demand. Right now we're seeing, because of the lack of supply on the market, we're seeing that they're driving the prices. So at the moment, no, we need more luxury stock coming onto the market.
Is that stock coming on in the form of investment?
Sorry, do you have to repeat that?
Is that stock coming online in the form of investment?
No, the stock coming online is, well, a case in point, I've just returned from the Pearl Valley Golf and Country Club estate, where they've just launched a new block of upmarket residential parcels of land. Now, that's a significant investment by the developers in that, but it's still not satisfying the market at the moment. There are more people looking around. They want more variety. So there's an enormous appetite for luxury stock still to come onto the market, and that is being slowly fed through the market over time.
I understand that Pearl Valley that you've just alluded to is actually based in the Western Cape. If you look at the split, where is a lot of the development taking place? Gauteng versus the Western Cape and maybe other provinces in the country?
Well, it's a cross-section across the country, but obviously Gauteng being the economic driver, we're seeing an enormous amount of development in Gauteng. A new trend, what we're seeing in Gauteng is obviously high-rise buildings, especially concentrated around the CBD, the Ilovo, the Rosebank areas. We're seeing the high-rise blocks coming through, which has been taken up quite strongly by the market, and then in the Western Cape as well, the closed residential estates, the high-rise blocks around the CBD. There's an appetite for all of that, but primarily driven, and to a lesser extent also in the KZN, the Belitos, the Umhlangas there, but centered around those three major metropolitans.
What does this mean from a numbers perspective, especially on the valuations? Are we expecting valuations to increase quite substantially over the next few years?
No, I wouldn't say that. Fortunately, we're not in a boom and bust market. We foresee a steady uptick in property prices. It doesn't help anybody to get double-figure increases, because that tends to go pop at the end of the day. So what we would like to see, and what we have seen over the last couple of years, is a steady increase in property prices, anywhere between the 6 to the 9%, depending on what area you're in. But that's sustainable, and that's what as one of the drivers of the property market in the South African region. That's what we want to see. We want to see steady, sustainable growth, not peaks and troughs.
To get back to the issue regarding demand, not too long ago we had the State of the Nation address where the President alluded to issues regarding foreign land ownership, and in the finance speech the Minister there also alluded to an increase in transfer taxes and pricing there that obviously will impact on a lot of your clients. Are you seeing the market responding to this, and if at all, how so?
No, we haven't seen that. I mean, it was a bit of a double-edged sword there, in the sense that whilst they did raise transfer duty on property prices over the 2.2 million mark, or 2.2350, I think exactly, they also raised the exemption for the first-time home buyers coming in. So no, I mean, it does suck a little bit of liquidity out the market by raising property prices, but not to the extent that it'll have a detrimental effect on the economy. With regard to the foreign land ownership, a very, very small percentage of the upmarket sales, or any sales for that matter, are to foreigners. When taken in its totality, it really isn't a significant number. I'm not. If I had to hazard a guess, I think it was more of a political statement than anything else, but it won't have a significant impact on the South African property market.
Jason, thank you so much for your time today and for joining us for more perspective on the property sector. That was Jason Rohde, who's the Chief Executive of Sotheby's International